Tell me about the truck and what you're running there.
This is a 05 Kenworth we've had for I think 5-6 years now. A coal hauler out of southern Utah, pulled double bill belly dumps, but it was a heavy spec truck. It was exactly what we needed. Had a 550 cat, A-cert, 46,000 pound rear end, typically the short wheelbase, low boy tractor spec. The only drawback was it had a 10-speed in it, but we have cured that problem last week, and we've got a brand new 18-speed from Holt's Truck Parts up in Yukon, Idaho, and it's been a really good, dependable truck for us. It's got 625,000 miles on it now.
Well, that's a pretty good deal. It seems like it's going to do you well.
Hey guys, a lot of people have been asking about the new Supercore and what it is, so I thought I'd show you a little bit about it. This is the latest and greatest technology. I got this one from Jim Blaylock at Blaylock Turbochargers.
Hi, this is Jim Blaylock from Blaylock Turbochargers, the maker of the Switchblade turbocharger. I'm going to make this little video for you to explain why I prefer to using the Supercore on the Switchblade turbos. Supercore is the best thing that they've come up with since I've been doing turbochargers. It's geared for higher horsepower and better performance. And in combination with Switchblade, there's nothing else on the market that can come close to performing like it does. And some of those reasons are, for one, this compressor wheel, it's billet. It's made out of a solid piece of forged aluminum. And forged means it's been hammered and hammered until the grains are real close. Makes it a lot stronger. It's got what BorgWarner calls their extended tip technology, and what that means is this angle, there's an angle right here on this edge of this tip that extends out past this base here, so it comes out and goes down at an angle, back in at an angle like that, and gives a little more material here to help suck and grab the air and compress it, push it on into your engine. It's not a huge amount of metal, but it takes very little change in a compressor wheel as far as the dimensions and stuff to make a big change in the performance of turbos. So it gives it a little bit more oomph than it would without that. But then it's milled from a 5-axis mill, and it gets the blades thinner than you can when you're casting them, so there's less weight there. And it will help spool up faster. This is a 80 millimeter compressor wheel. That's turbo is capable of putting out 135. The particular one we use is capable of putting out 135 pounds of air a minute. Now that confuses a lot of people, but it's not pounds of boost. It's the pounds of actual weight of the air that's pumped into the engine. If you've got the right combination of fuel, that means it's capable of supporting 1,350 horsepower. Not a lot of our customers do that, but it's there if they need it. Another advantage of it is it's got a 360-degree thrust washer bearing. And because when you get up those higher levels and higher boost pressures, it starts to wear in this thrust bearing. And most of them, up until now, they're just kind of horseshoe shaped, and so they're not supported all the way around here, and they start wearing out quicker. And with this, it's set up where it's all the way around it, so that's an advantage. The bearings are the standard hydrodynamic sleeve bearing type that's been used since the very beginning. Started making turbochargers. The turbine wheel, it's been designed or redesigned. You look here. A lot of the turbo wheels, especially in early years, were straight right here at this tip. they would spool up a little quicker on the bottom end on takeoff, but they would fall down on performance at the higher engine RPMs. These are curved. They catch the air better. They are especially at the higher engine RPMs, and they'll help turn this wheel faster, and in concert turn the compressor wheel a lot faster and suck more air into your engine. So that's an advantage of them right there. And they've got an excellent oiling system and the bearing housing, making sure you're going to have plenty of oil in there during your operation, as long as nothing goes wrong with your engine. You know, the oil supply, that turbo's going to last for as many miles as your engine will. There's no reason for it not to. So, in a nutshell, that's why we use it. Without the Switchblade, this size turbo, spool up is pretty slow and laggy, and most people aren't happy with it. But when you put it in combination with the Switchblade, which helps it really take off a lot quicker, with this curvature in the blade and stuff, and our blade in there to direct the hose of the exhaust flow, and concentrate it on this area here, like putting your thumb over the end of a garden hose. So together the combination is wicked. I mean, there's nothing that compares to the Switchblade turbo in combination with this supercore on the market. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Thank you.
I have Jim's Switchblade turbo on my truck, so all I had to do was purchase the center section along with the compressor housing. So I got the compressor housing with the American flag on it and the eagle. I love this. I'm gonna go get some clear coat and spray this to protect it and keep it nice. But a lot of guys were also asking about what AR ratio on their exhaust housing. I am using a 132 housing. It's a Switchblade housing. For those of you that don't understand what a Switchblade housing is.
Okay, when a normal turbo, a fixed geometry turbo, the exhaust goes in here, and as it comes in, this point right here, can you see that? That's called the tongue. That's where that exhaust gas first starts pushing on the turbine wheel that's running in here. So the bigger this turbine housing is right here, the bigger AR ratio is, the slower the turbo spools up. And if it's a big turbo, it spools up real slow, but it does better on top end. It's got less back pressure. If it's a little turbo, it spools up real quick, but then your back pressure gets too high and you got problems. So what the Switchblade is, we got this vane in here that goes down, and the exhaust has to come in here and go over the top of this vane all the way around to right here. And you notice that diameter is much smaller than it is up here. So your AR ratio is a fraction of what it is here. And when it comes around there, it starts hitting that turbine wheel here. It's like putting your thumb over the end of a garden hose. It gives it a lot more pressure and velocity, starts spooling, kick that turbine wheel in the rear and get it spinning faster. And then as your boost pressure comes up, the air cylinder starts opening this vane, and it goes from being a little turbine housing to a big one. And you can use a bigger turbine housing than you normally would, because it would spool up so slow it wouldn't be real useful to you. But it'd be good on top end. Well, by using the vane, we can get it to spool up a whole lot faster than it would otherwise, and then open up into an even bigger turbine housing, and you have more efficiency on the top end. So that's the concept behind the Switchblade, is just pinching that exhaust down to a smaller part of the AR, the scroll here, and putting your thumb over the end of a garden hose.
As soon as you step on the gas and you build somewhere between 8 and 10 pounds of boost, the Switchblade cylinder starts to open the Switchblade, and the boost goes screaming up, and you now have that full 132 housing. So if you're running a lot of horsepower and you want something in the 140, or you want something as big as a 158 housing, Jim has done those before. So with a 158 housing and the Switchblade closed, you're going to have exactly half of that AR ratio. And then once it opens up, you're going to have the full air ratio, which means you're going to get the big top end power. So it's the best of both worlds. That's the way I'd go. Thank you, Mr. Kolaki, for sending the koozie. Okay, old Turbisky out. Time to put the new one in. Okay, I gotta clean this up a little in here so it fits good and seals good. Okay, time to put on the pretty part.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. Okay, I sprayed this with Rust-Oleum high heat clear coat. It's supposed to be good to 2,000 degrees, but you gotta bake it on slowly, so not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that. I guess just be careful with how much boost I build for a while till it kind of puts some heat in it, cooks it.
Okay, tip of the day, when you go to a supercore, I don't know what it is, but this is a 5.5 inch instead of a 6. So you've got to put a 5.5 to 6 elbow on. There we go. Okay, now I don't have a clamp yet for this. I have got to get a clamp. But I'm wondering about cutting some of this off to get it in a little bit closer. I have to see how this top's going to fit. She's a pretty tight fit there, Captain. I'm probably going to have to loosen these up here or something. Oh, Lord. I mean, nuts here. This is the expansion valve and it's leaking out this end, so I've got to change it. Okay, as soon as I get the hose out, I'm going to find a plug to go over that, because the last thing you want to do is allow a lot of air, moisture to go in to the system, because the atmospheric air has got moisture in it, and the worst thing for an AC system is humidity and moisture. But this system uses an expansion valve. And so this small hose is the high pressure Freon coming in. And this valve opens and allows it to travel in through this line into the evaporator. That is what the radiator unit inside your vehicle is called. It's called an evaporator. This is liquid Freon. It has been compressed by the compressor. It's been run through the condenser, and the heat has been removed out of it, and it has been put back to a liquid. So this is liquid Freon. As soon as it gets in here, okay, this is low pressure from here on around and out. This is all low pressure. So as soon as it gets in here and the valve moves to let it go in here, as soon as the pressure comes off, the Freon starts to boil. Freon will boil down to, the R12 was the best stuff in the world, but R12 would boil down to 26 degrees below zero. So you would have to get lower than 26 below zero to stop it from boiling. Well, we all know what boiling does. Boiling removes heat. If you put a pot of water on the stove, you can't get it hotter than boiling unless you put pressure on top of it. So that's how Freon cools, is by boiling, because when you boil water, you're removing heat. And Freon does the same thing, only it boils at a much lower temperature and pressure. So as soon as it goes in here, it goes into your evaporator core and it starts to boil. And when it boils, it becomes extremely cold because it is removing heat. It comes out of there freezing cold. This is the suction line. This one will also turn cold because it's still boiling in there. It will go around back to the compressor, where the compressor will compress it, superheat it, and you might ask yourself, well, if it goes in the cab ice cold, why does it come out ice cold? Well, because it removes heat is what it does, and the heat that it removes, it's still very cold. The liquid's cold, so they call that latent heat. So you've got to remove that latent heat, and the only way to remove it is to compress this and superheat it. So when you superheat it and raise it way above the outside air temperature, you turn it back to a liquid, you run it through the condenser coil, which is the one in front of the radiator, and it removes that latent heat. So let's say you superheat this to, I don't know, 125, 130 degrees, and the outside air temperature is 80 or 90. As it goes through there, it's going to cool it down, and that's what you need. You've removed that heat. Now it'll come back, and this will be hot. I mean, this will burn you if you hang your hand on it. It is hot. But as soon as it goes in here into the low pressure and it boils, it gets ice cold, and that's how it works. All right, now see if we can get her off. Bingo. And that's the expansion valve right there. Okay, so this is the oil I'm going to lube them with. This is called PAG 46, and this is for our 134 systems. I prefer to do the job right the first time, thank you. Okay, this is the new expansion valve, and this is the way it goes. So you've got your suction side, your large one, your high pressure, your small one here, and then these two that are the same, and these are the ones to your evaporator coil. See, I'm surprised that this used an expansion valve. Most of your new stuff uses an orifice and accumulator system. That's a good impact, ain't it? Oh, aluminum. I'm betting money that's corroded in there. Terrible. This is a place where you need anti-seize on these bolts. Oh boy, I'm a little worried about this. Oh man, you've got to be kidding me.
If I twist those off, what am I gonna do? This is awful, awful, awful. Oh, I don't like that. It's turning, but man, I don't like that.
Wow. Pretty nasty. That one. Nope, we can turn either way here. Okay, wish me luck.
Success.
So what do you want me to do?
I guess try to just go straight back. Ooh, there we go. It's free now. But you're gonna have to go back some more before you can let it down.
Can we go down at all?
You can try going down, but do it very slowly because the shaft is still in the throwout bearing. Just
Oh, it is? Now come back.
Alright, now you can go down. Alright.
Woo!
You can keep going.
Coming down like a freight train. Woo woo! Look at that, Livy. What do you think? Does it look like we know what we're doing or not?
Yes.
Okay, but now I got a problem. My handle's not down. Hand me your pry bar. Let me do some serious pry barring. Because if I could do some serious pry barring here, I might just be able to, force this daggum deal. Can I come down anymore? Or?
No. Oh crap! Yeah, that shift tower's
Too high, totally. You just finding all kinds of problems here, ain't you? Up with the negative wave. Yeah, we.
Hey, can you grab me one of those snowmobile dollies over under the press? Jeez, that's heavy. We needed a clutch too, I can see that.
And the pilot bearing was froze up. Completely froze. Okay, you notice there was no starter teeth on the flywheel? That's because the retarder's inside the housing. See, there's Allen head bolts here, and the transmission mounting bolts they're big, long ones. They go all the way through this housing into the next housing, the one that you would regularly have on a non-brake saver engine. Okay, this is the retarder, and it's a self-contained unit. So this whole housing here goes inside the flywheel housing like you would on a non-retarder truck. This is the starter ring gear, and this gear is replaceable. If you heat it up, it will come off of this, and then you can take a new one, heat it up, put it on there, and it shrinks on. So let me show you how this comes apart. Now, I had some guys say make sure you get it, in the correct holes. So right over here is your timing bolt hole. You got one here, one here. So you can't put it on wrong because there's two bolts that go in here, well, four, and they're spaced differently, so you cannot install this incorrect. Okay, this is the cover. Now, before I take this off, there's a seal that goes in here. It's called a hydrodynamic seal. It's a one-piece seal. It has the wear sleeve and everything. You don't ever assemble them or they're ruined. So I have the tool to do the seal on the crankshaft, but I lack two pieces to be able to do the retarder ones, and it's about $400 for those pieces, and I'll probably never use it again. So I'm gonna have a Western States CAT technician come with the tools today, Saturday, if UPS delivers my stuff, my next day air stuff. Now this is the cover. You can't put, I suppose you could put it on wrong, but right here and here you'll see some plugs, and there's some passages here. And so what Jake has done is he's made, over on this side, he's got two center punch marks on this piece and two on this. to kind of show you how you orient it. Make sure it goes back the way it should. So this is the cover. This is where the seal goes. There's a piston ring seal that runs in here. And then here's your vanes in here. Okay, this is the rotor. So how this works is on the bottom here you got two big oil ports, one in, one out. I don't know which one's which. So the oil comes in, and what it does is that these holes allow it to travel on both sides. So you've got vanes on both sides, and then you've got vanes under here, just like the cover that I showed you. And what happens is the oil travels around this in a spiral. And inside this spiral, it has air. And so it's doing this as it goes around, and the more oil pressure you force in there, the more it compresses that air inside that spiral, and the oil is sheared by these vanes, and so you're creating massive amounts of heat, which is energy, and that's what slows you down. And then the oil goes through the cooler, comes out one of these holes, goes to the cooler, comes back and does it again. But the C15s use a double section oil pump, one to lube the engine and one to run the retarder, so it works really well that way. So this is where that hydrodynamic seal runs here. There's a piston ring that goes in here, and that seals this pressure oil, you know, from running against this seal. And let's take the rotor out. Okay, this is the rotor. This is the other side of it that you couldn't see down in there. Same thing, has a piston ring seal, and then this is where the hydrodynamic seal runs. Now on this side, this is the side the flywheel bolts to. Here's your two ports. This one right here goes in, comes out here. This one is right at this slot in here. I'm assuming this is the inlet, because what it does is it flings the oil to the outside and creates that circular, that spiral with the air pocket in it. So I'm assuming it must come in here and travel around and then comes back out here. So it doesn't have to go very far to generate a lot of heat and then leave. And then so your other piston ring seal runs in here. You got the other hydrodynamic seal that runs inside here. And then this housing has the flywheel. So the flywheel is going to go through the rotor, through the it goes through the rotor, through the starter gear on the other side, through the flywheel, through all that, and then to the crankshaft and tightens down. And then your transmission bolts to this, but there's some recessed holes here with some 3/8 bolts, Allen head bolts that go in here. And then this will bolt up against the actual flywheel. Looks just like a flywheel housing off a regular truck. And those 3/8 bolts are going to come through, and that's going to secure this on there. And then when you go to put the transmission bolts in, your transmission bolts go all the way through here and into the other housing. So that's what holds this all together really good and tight. And then that supports your transmission. So, okay, we're going to play a game today. Game is, get out your favorite beverage. If it's an adult beverage, get a shot glass. Because every time Jeff says awesome, you're going to take a shot. Okay, got some awesome boxes to open from some awesome subscribers. This is from Alf Anderson II out of Connecticut. Woo, he has sent me a bag of goodies, and he included a letter. If you guys don't want me to read the letter, please tell me whether you want me to or not. Ooh, some cat decals. Those will look good on the mailbox. I think I'll put those on the mailbox. Thank you. Oh, he says, thank you for your recent purchase from me. I hope you enjoy your purchase. Please let me know everything is satisfactory, and also positive feedback would be appreciated. I can produce any size you would need or interested in. For custom orders, please email me directly at signscopyprint@icloud.com. Thank you. Before applying decals, please make sure all waxes, polishes, blah blah blah. Yep, I know all about that. I can also put any image on apparel if needed. The image is directly imprinted on the garment and is quality lasting image. There's his company in Connecticut. SBD Decals. SBDdecals.com. Thanks, Alf. Now, here's the cool part. Okay, so my word, where did you get all these watch fobs? Oh my gosh. Look at that. Ford. Wow. Caterpillar. Cat. Those are classics, man. Those are awesome. Oh my gosh. What do we got here? Ooh. That. Holt Brothers, Stockton. Los Ganos and Modesto. That's an old D9G, man. Holy cow. A John Deere one. Mac. That's cool. Sweet. Is that a Diamond Rio or a Marmon? I can't really tell. Focus camera. Another John Deere. A Uke. Highway Equipment Company. Pittsburgh, Erie, Du Bois, and Pennsylvania. Well, Alf, that's awesome. Take another shot. I love this. These are real collector's items. This is really cool. Thank you very much. Love you for that. Okay, this package has been in the house all week. I've been so busy with the transmission, getting to the truck show. I didn't want to open it till now. It says it's from Nigel Scowen, Hilltop Contracting. Wow. Can't wait to open this. Good grief, Nigel. You spent a fortune sending this to me. That's awesome. Mr. Jpaydirt, it says. Hilltop Contracting from Taranaki, New Zealand. Says, hi Jeff, been watching your channel for a while now and really enjoy the videos you make. They are very entertaining to me and satisfy my interest in things that are yellow. I am also a one-man band contractor and do mostly farm maintenance on the dairy farms in my area. I have just watched a video where a viewer sent you a package from New Zealand and you were wondering why we have been called Kiwis. It is because we have a bird in New Zealand called a kiwi, and it has been adopted as our national icon, a bit like your eagle, I suppose. I have enclosed some items I thought you might like, just some of my business apparel and a bit of other stuff I had kicking around. I hope it fits as you seem to be shrinking before our eyes. Well done, you, I say. I have a bit of work to do in that area myself, haha. Anyway, keep up the great work and keep the videos coming. Hopefully it gets a bit easier now. Your travel time won't be so long every day. Look us up if you ever get down this way. I will, Nigel. Nigel Scown. P.S. The sticker in the roll isn't a wind-up about your Buy American stance. They were put on some international eagles that were assembled here in New Zealand. Hope you see the funny side. Cool. So, kiwi. Not this imposter, kiwi fruit. This must be your truck. Foden. I've never heard of Foden. M11 Cummins 410. Komatsu D41. And a Kabuko Cabelco ED 150. Oh, sweet, a map. This is where Hurleyville is. Okay, right there. And Sam lives in Napier. Where is Napier? I like this. Caution, this machine does not have a brain. Please use yours while operating this equipment. That's a good one. So this is kind of like Roadrunner, only Kiwi Runner. Hilltop Contracting. Here's his business card. Call us for all your excavation work, bulldozer, laser equipment, tractors and trailers, laser leveling, transporter hire, grader. What's a tipulator? Bottom dumper. Tipulator. I've never heard that one. Never heard that one, mate. You're gonna have to tell me what a tipulator is. I didn't know. Oh, sweet. Good Lord, Nigel. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, this is awesome. I love this. Double pockets. It's got your company logo on it. That's awesome. Oh, man. You get some nice hats. Wow. Pens. Holy cow. Some toys. Wow. That is cool. Fonterra, Dairy for Life. Oh, dairy tankers. We have those here, but they don't have these wheels like you do. Milk tanker. Truck and driver. Mac. Oh, sweet. I love these because I love looking through them to see these trucks you guys use over there. That's cool. I love it. Deals. What is that? Deals some hills. Big. Wow. Okay, so this. Oh, wow. This is like our machinery trader. Hilltop Contracting, Hurleyville. Okay, don't call him now. I'll call you in the middle of the night, okay? Born in the USA, built in New Zealand. That's cool. That is cool. That is quite a decal. Thank you for that. Oh, nice warm jacket. It's getting to be that time of year, another month. It's going to be getting cold here. Wow. Nigel, you have just outdone yourself here. This is incredible. Thank you very much. Wow. $39. Man, oh man, oh man. That is just totally awesome, Nigel. I am totally blown away by that. Thank you very much. I promise you I'm going to send you some goodies, so you'll be watching in the mail for that. Thanks. Hey there, Jeff. Scott Johnson. Here's some Scandinavian items for you to enjoy. I think you'll get a kick out of one of the names on the items. Also, here's some Bostik Pure Nickel Never Sees. You should try out. It works very good in our area, special on the Cape Cod. Why called Cape Cod weld? I included extra brushes. The one in the can is too damn short. You can get this stuff through MSC or Jack Young Company, and I'm sure plenty of other places. Hey Jay, keep up the good videos. Really enjoyed wrench time and your sense of humor in all your videos. Thanks, Scott. Thank you. Okay, ooh, something heavy in here. Oh, wow. Scandinavian swimmers. That's funny. Inside this nautically bedecked pouch, you'll find an ocean-inspired shapes: lobsters, dolphins, seahorses, rockfish. I gotta have one of those right now, dude. I gotta have one right now. I can smell them. Oh, these. I haven't had candy forever. Thank you. Coffee cup. Is that also Swedish? Swedish. Yeah. I need more seahorses, dolphins, Swedish swimmers. Swedish power. Just what I need, man. Yankee Crafters Gift Shop. Wampum Jewelry. 48 North Main Street, South Yarmouth, Massachusetts. Cool. Decals. Flaget oval reflective decals. 3.5 by 4 3/4 country of origin oval shaped decals. Oh, sweet. That's cool. Swedish power. Wow. Uh-oh, what's in here? What's this? Feels heavy. Ooh, sweet. This is awesome. This is awesome. Swedish Queen's Blend Preserve, product of Sweden. Ooh, wow. Awesome. Awesome. Did I say awesome? Oh my gosh. Oh, you're killing me, dude. Double chocolate crisp. Ooh, what are these? 2 oat crisps with a delicious chocolate filling. Wow. That's awesome. Did I say awesome again? Awesome. Okay. Bostik Never Sees, pure nickel special. Pure nickel, says good up to 2400 degrees. Wow. And extra brushes. I don't know what to say here. The haul I've had tonight so far, and we're not done yet. I got 2 more to open. This is so cool. I love this. My wife's gonna over on this stuff, I promise you. And Logger Wade sent me some t-shirts. I gotta tell Logger Wade that my mommy, okay, not my real mommy, but you know, you call your wife mommy. So the mommy that lives with me, the one that's married to me, she loves that black t-shirt you sent, and she wears it in the house. She absolutely loves it. So from my mommy to you, thank you. Okay, I got 2 more boxes, don't we? These 2 boxes are from Hawaii. My good friends, Russell and Mindy. But I sent Russell and Mindy $3 worth of stickers, and this is what they send back. Holy cow. Nuts about Hawaii. A ton of potato chips, because I told her I love those. This one seemed to have opened itself while it was in there. So I better start eating that one. Love those chips. And the soda made it. Sweet. Coconut water. Waikoko coconut water. Got a big dent in it, but it made it. Thank you. That's awesome. I was sitting in the shop the other night drinking some of the pineapple juice she sent me several months ago, and sent her a picture of it. So thank you very much, Mindy and Russell. That's awesome. Oh, wow. Jeff, here's some vintage license plate from 1981 from Hawaii. Thought this would be great for your shop to display. They don't make this design anymore for Hawaii. Our new design has a rainbow now. Aloha, Russell and Mindy. Oh, wow. That is cool. Yeah, that is cool. Wow. That is neat. That's awesome. 1981, I was 21 years old. We're gonna find somebody special to put these up, Mindy. Did I tell you that was awesome? Rainbow sour belts. Oh, my grandkids love these. They absolutely love those. Aloha from Maui. Here's more snacks for you to enjoy. And I will. Oh, here's something I haven't seen. Oh, cookies. Ooh. Mindy, this is so awesome. Okay, anybody fell off their chair yet? For those of you that haven't fell off your chair yet, this is awesome. Island Mocha Premium Coffee. Wow, in a can? Never seen that before. That's awesome. Ooh, banana macadamia nut. Ooh, yeah, that's breakfast Sunday morning. More cookies, man. Oh, look at this. Oh, man. I'm going to be busy for a while. Macadamia popcorn crunch. Ooh, this looks good. And more macadamia nuts. Chocolate covered macadamia nuts. Hawaiian Host Toffee Max. Ooh, those are good. Oh. Mindy, I love you. You have really sent a haul this time. To everybody who sent me stuff, this is absolutely amazing. Look at this stuff. I mean, there is tons of it. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. Mindy and Russell, thank you for all these goodies. Alf, thank you for the watch fobs. Those are really cool. I mean, awesome. Nigel, thank you for the jacket and the shirt and the hat and the models and the magazines. And Scott, thank you for all the sweetie stuff, especially these. Oh, these are good. Thank you. This is awesome.